Okay, hello everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Brittany. I am the community kind of organizer here at Whole Health Chiropractic, and I'm here today with Kearsten.
Hi.
She is a new practice member, and we just wanted to talk about some of the awesome stuff going on here in the next couple months. So just to start out, just so you guys can get to know her a little bit, I just wanted to ask, what brought you here to the office?
Yeah, so I have, from an early age, my parents took me to a chiropractor, and so I grew up really understanding the value of good chiropractic care. And then, when I moved to Des Moines about 3 years ago, you're kind of on your own then, and you're like, okay, now I need to find all these things for myself. And so over the past 3 years, I've really been looking for a good chiropractor, but just hadn't found one yet that really fit all of my needs. And when I say needs, I really wanted to find a chiropractor that really looked at the whole body, right? So that really encompassed whole health care. And as you know, the name of the practice is actually Whole Health Care. And so I had heard of it before and just never stopped in. And then Brittany and I actually go to church together and have become friends. And so when she started working there, I was like, hey, what do you think of this place? And what do you think of Dr. Laura and everybody? And she was like,
obviously,
oh my gosh.
I love it. So
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, so she was like, Kirsten, you absolutely need to come. She's like, you would love it. I think it's been, it would be exactly what you've been looking for. And so that's kind of what brought me here. And obviously I'm with you guys today, so I've stayed. And I just really liked it. I mean, they really do care about their patients. They take the time to get to know you. I mean, everybody in the office here knows my name. And it's just really been neat just to see how they really encompass whole body care into their practice. Even as a new member, you get to go through this class with Dr. Laura, which is really cool. And she sits down and goes through with you just how chiropractic care can change your whole health in a whole health body standpoint. And I thought that was really interesting, especially because so I'm a nurse, and so a lot of the things that we are taught are modern medicine, but I personally would say that my take is more on the emphasis of preventative care, and that's all chiropractic. And so it's just been really cool to get to know everybody in the office and just kind of really understand their whole goal here.
That's awesome. That's so good. How has your quality of life improved since you've been here?
I think it's... So actually, when I was in elementary school, I had a very, very intense neck injury. And then all through high school, I was really involved in sports and stuff, and so it got re-injured a lot. And so it's something that I've always kind of battled with. I actually have scoliosis, and my spine is kind of more this way instead of this way. And so I've always had a lot of pain with that, a lot of stiffness. But when I came in and talked to Dr. Laura, it was really cool because we did all my scans and really pinpointed the areas where I was going to need the most work, and we came up with a plan together, and I've stuck to that. She says, okay, we made this plan, so now we have to stick to it.
Always good. Always stick to your plan.
And so sticking with that plan, I really have felt a lot more freedom. I haven't had as much pain, as much stiffness. I've been sleeping a lot better, which my husband can definitely attest to. And I also think that just my day-to-day life has been better in terms of I'm not limited anymore by the previous limitations I had, even if it's going to the gym. As a nurse, you work 12-hour shifts on your feet, you're walking all the time. And so I've really noticed a larger change over a span of time, as my body's had time to heal with corrective procedures. And I think it's really has improved my quality of life in my day-to-day aspect. And that's neat to be able to look back over a span of time and say, when I started, this is how I felt, and now this is how I feel.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love stories like that. So you're coming to our January event, which is our Pour and Paint class that's happening this Thursday. And then you also just signed up for our recipe date night in February. So we're super excited. There's awesome events. I'll make sure to put the links in here afterwards. But why don't you just tell us a little bit of what makes those events attractive to you and why you wanted to come?
Yeah, I think it was really attractive to me because it's a way to bring in some of my friends and just kind of let them get a feel for you guys and how this whole practice works. And so I think that was really exciting to me just because a few friends had been asking, hey, how do you like your chiropractor? And I'm like, well, they're having this fun event. You can come check them out with me. Yeah. And so I thought that was super appealing. And I also, it's so fun to be able to meet other community members, right? Because when you're in here, I mean, there's so many other people from Des Moines who all have different stories, and it's just even been fun just in the waiting area. I've met a few different people that have just been really cool, and I just think it's really neat to be able to meet other people who have the same goals and mindsets as you in terms of preventative healthcare. And so I'm excited to bring my friends and also just to meet other practice members and just really kind of get to know their stories and why they're here. One of my best friends who moved to Des Moines a little over a year ago is coming with me to the pour and paint night. And then for the date night, I'm bringing my husband because one of the ladies that works here is a chef, and so we're really excited about that. But, you know, it's just cool to be able to bring, you know, Steven in here and just be like, hey, this is where I come, you know, like all the time. And these are the people that I'm hanging out with and learning from, and it'll just be fun to be able to be like, hey, you know, these are like-minded people like me. We all have the same goal, so let's all be friends.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's always the goal of us having events here, is to continuously building that community and recognizing, I think most of us know, if you live in Des Moines, it's like you know everybody who knows everybody, and eventually you make those connections. And so why not speed that up a little bit and, you know, meet people who are in that same phase of life, or, you know, have an expertise in an area that you're interested in, and things like that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, even one of the people in here, I was telling her that I really wanted to find some local honey, and so she's like, well, I know a guy. And so she gave me his number, and his name is Doyle, and now I buy honey from him.
That's amazing.
You know, you just never know the connections you're going to make, and networking is super fun.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so lastly, I mean, you've kind of touched on this a lot, actually, but what do you love about being a practice member here at Whole Health Chiropractic?
One of the things that I think is super special and I really love is if I have questions, or if I have concerns, or if there's something that I don't quite understand, I really feel that I can come here and ask those questions and they're going to be answered. You know, and even if they don't know the answer right away, if I say, hey, I'm really struggling with this, or I've had this pain lately, what can we do to kind of work through that? It's been really neat just to see how they kind of tweak my plan to fit my needs. So they're not here just to get you in the door and back out again. I mean, they're really here to try to heal you from the inside out. And I think that has been really cool. And also too, I love learning. I'm kind of an educational freak.
Oh man, it's okay.
Yeah. And one of the other things that I thought was really cool about this place is, as a practice as a whole, they do a really good job of educating their members, right? And that doesn't always happen everywhere you go. A lot of times when you walk into the door, you know, they say, okay, well, we're just going to do this and this and this, and they kind of, you know, treat you, and then they send you away. But here you definitely get more of the educational, this is why we're doing what we're doing. These are also things that you can be doing on your own to further progress your health. And I think that's something really special, and it says a lot about the people who work here and the practice as a whole.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your kind words.
Yes.
Like Kearsten said, we do offer that self-care class so that you can talk through how to get the most out of your care with Dr. Laura, and we actually have one this Thursday at 12:15, and it's an online class. So if you're unable to travel here, if you work, you know, in different areas of the metro, you can do it from the comfort of your office, or if you work from home and, you know, don't want to bring your kiddos, it's a great opportunity to take advantage of all that information, but still be able to, you know, maintain your schedule and do what you got to do. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Kearsten for being here and being willing to talk with us today. Hopefully her words resonated with you. I think just hearing all of that, it, you know, inspires us to keep doing what we're doing. So thank you. And yeah, have a great Monday. We'll see you all around.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.